practitioner, a therapist, or an HR person. You might own a yoga studio. But all the people on this list are people helping people. All right. So you've seen this pattern before as much as I have. And I'm curious if you have a name for it or if you can, give an opinion on what you think it is. I'm going to tell you the story. I'm on the beach the other day, the first hot sunny day, right? And I see this gorgeous woman, very tall and elegant in a beautiful outfit, walking along with a little girl who's equally adorable. They're trying to hold hands, right? But the mother is pacing back and forth. She really looks out of place because the people who are from around here are like in bathing suits and flip flops. And she's on the phone and she's pacing and she's talking about her financial portfolio. She's talking about something really stressful that's going on in her life. Sounds like maybe she's going through a divorce. So I know that she's having a hard time. But the little girl keeps on saying, Mom, Mom. And she's looking at these little horseshoe crabs on the beach. I mean, it was so cute. It was such a beautiful moment where the little girl is seeing them kind of swimming together and it's their mating season and it's a sunny day. This moment is never coming back. And this lady just isn't present. She was on the phone the entire time talking about money. The little girl kept on trying and trying until finally the mom got angry and said, Stop it, you know? And this is another one of these missed moments, right? I'm going to be telling you these stories because they really show something that we've all done. None of us are innocent. We've all blown off our friends, partners, family, children for the phone. You're in a moment of crisis. You think, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna. And then, if you don't ever dial back into your life and those just gonna moments keep going on, 20 years later, you wake up and you realize you just spent your whole life with just gonna, right? So, an important part of this series is the people helping people out there, us practitioners, figuring out how to help our clients and ourselves to stay dialed in so that you don't wake up 20 years later with a lot of this, missing each other. So, um, comment below if you have stories like this and you want to be on the podcast. I would love to talk to you. If you want to know something more about the four keys system, where we start with regulation with our clients, we teach them that first. In that moment where that mom wasn't dialed in at all, if she had been properly regulating herself on a regular basis, then she probably would have understood that that wasn't the right moment in time for that phone call. And she either would have done something differently or figured it out, right? So, regulation, orientation, being in the present moment. A lot of people aren't really clear and present in the moment. And then the third key is orientation towards these things that are blocking us. All right. That's called processing. All right, I'm not going to go into all of it right now. I just want to let you know that we have a system that actually is a structure that carries a lot of the weight of this stuff that we're manually trying to balance as practitioners, as parents, and so on. When you have a structure, then there's a way to look at things through a certain lens, right? That helps you to balance things out and stay more plugged into the force. There are only 24 hours in every day, and if you're spending 20 of them working, you're certainly wildly out of balance. 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, and 8 hours for play makes the most productivity. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to comment below. And if you want to meet, go ahead and click on the button. It is not a big deal. I'd love to meet you and hear about your stories, and maybe you'll be my next podcast guest.